Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So we're now at the stage we can paint the Jeep body. Went out and got all the paints I need, and so we're going to start with our primer paint. I've already taped off everything that I need to. It's all good to go. Body is prepped, so we're going to start this with the primer, and I'm using Plastico etching primer, because it's really good for working with plastics, metals, and whatnot. So now you don't want to go heavy on your coat at first. You want to go light coats all the way. Some areas you may need to go over, a couple times. But better to use thin coats than thick coats. And this etching primer dries fairly quickly. And you will know if you haven't prepped your surface properly, because the paint can actually bubble bleed. It's almost like a fisheye effect. So you will find that out rather quickly. In which case you might want to stop at that point and clean it, let the paint dry, and then sand down that area carefully after it's completely dried, and then you can start over. So we've got our first coat on here. It's looking pretty good. It's definitely going to need one more coat for sure. So we'll stop the camera here, and we're going to come right back and continue on. Okay guys, we're ready for our next coat of primer. Let's give the can a little bit more of a shake. You don't have to go super fast painting. Just give it a good smooth run back and forth. Don't go too slow, but don't go too fast, because you don't want to cause any kind of runs even with primer. Primer can run if it goes on too thick. Okay, so that's going to be it for the primer. Now I'm going to do this paint job a little differently than I normally do camo paints. I'm going to actually start at the primer level, and I'm going to work in my colors from there. Normally I do the primer, then I do a complete base, and then I would go on from there. But because of the color that I'm going after in this case, I want to have a bit of that primer color show through. And when it's all done, of course, it's going to end up being clear coated, so even the primer will get protected. So, and it's going to give it kind of a more of a, I think, a more of an army style to it, And so anyways, when we're ready to start, we'll of course come back, and so don't go away. This is all one video, guys, step by step, and so we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're back and ready to start the painting. Now, the colors we have are black, Camel green, camel brown. There are 3 colors. And we're going to actually start with the black. So what we want to do is start laying our pieces of stuff down here. Look okay. We'll do this as we go. So let's shake up our can of black paint here. So what we should do, we'll do the front first. Well, that's it for a few minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, on to some Camo Brown. Okay, well that's it, and we'll see what we're going to do next. Okay guys, just did a couple other little touch-ups that I saw that I wanted to do, and so this is kind of where we're sitting right now. So next thing to do is give her the clear coat. So I'm going to let that sit for at least an hour. Then I'll come back, do the clear coat. Won't be an hour for you guys, it'll be like boom, instant. So we'll be back. Okay guys, while we're waiting for the body to finish drying before we can clear it, gotta do the cage. I had to actually do a repair job on the cage. Turned out it had a broken area on each side, and crazy glue will not bond to this plastic for some reason. But JB Weld works wonders. Love JB Weld. Let's clean that up a little bit. There we go. So we'll let that dry, and we'll flip her and do the underside. We'll be back. Painting inside these rails can sometimes be a little bit of a pain. But if you work at it carefully, it's done rather easily. Okay, so we'll let that sit. That's going to have to dry for a little while now. It's got a bit of paint on her, but it's all filled up. So our next thing, we'll come back and we'll start clear coating the body. Have that aside, and then we'll start camo painting that, and that'll get clear coated, and voila! Once everything's all ready to rock and roll, and I've got my lighting kit and everything installed, and then we can put the truck all back together. So don't go away. Okay guys, it's time for the clear coat for the Jeep body. This is where it gets delicate. You gotta watch clear coat. Even in these cans here, I use these for when I do auto body repair and stuff. These spray bombs, because I'm really good at it. You know, I'm not bragging or anything. I've just had a lot of practice. And but this stuff comes out of here really super fast. And you do have to shake the living daylights out of the can to mix it well. Otherwise it will do a very, very poor job. And very light coats with this stuff as well. And it's about 5 minutes between coats. So it is a directional sprayer too, and it's already preset with the flat across this way. So it's going to actually give me the spread going up this way. So we're all good to go. have to keep a constant movement with the sprayer, just like when you're painting. But start ahead of the object and then go across. Okay, so that's got to sit now for about 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes. And it's about room temperature out here, actually a little bit warmer, so it'll cure up pretty quick. But I'm going to give it at least a good 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll come back for the second coat. Okay guys, we're ready for the next coat of clear coat. Now, even though there's no paint in this section, you still got to go the entire length so that everything gets coated nice and evenly. And wow, is that ever starting to pop? And my patch is getting hidden really well too. Okay, so this has to dry, and we'll get a third coat on there because it's going to need a couple of coats. And but I'm not going to keep doing those on camera. I'll just finish this off myself, and you'll see the finished product in the end. But I'm going to still probably do another 2, maybe 3 tops. But we'll work on the cage next on the video. So, and then just continue on. Okay guys, time to do the camo on the cage while the Jeep body is drying elsewhere. Okay, that'll be our first one. Let that sit and dry for a minute, and we'll be back. Okay, time for our green. Too much on there. Sometimes you can put a little more leaves and whatever on. Sometimes you can't. let that one sit. We'll be back. Okay, last color, and then we'll clear coat this. And yes, you guessed it, I'm leaving the underside of the carriage in the primer gray. So. Okay, now just as a little finisher, I'm happy with that. Alright guys, so we'll let this dry up and we'll clear coat this. Just zoom in a little bit for you there so you can get a little bit of a better idea. Looking pretty good there. Awesome. Okay, we'll be back. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, first coat of clear coat going on our rack. I suspended it because it's a lot easier to get at all the angles this way, and the underside has to be protected too, so. This is a little trickier when it's hanging like this, but so you gotta be pretty quick at it. Get to the other side so you can reverse the spin. And you don't want to miss anywhere. Okay, we'll call that coat 1. We'll be back. Alright guys, second coat going up. Okay, that's the second coat, and as like the truck, I'll finish it off camera and we'll continue on. Okay guys, just a little sneaky peek. And now that we got it outside in the daylight, you can see how things are looking. I think I did a really nice job. I need to give myself a pat on the back. Good job, Kev. Alright. So, we're going to have to let this cure up overnight. And tomorrow I can take out my tape and do the rest of what I need to do. And when she's all back and assembled, we'll show you what she's looks like all back to normal again. So, that will be another video. So we'll end this one here. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.